decking segment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. And hey, just in time, my computer finished restarting.
Yay.
So I might cut out for like a minute while I switch audio, but go ahead and you guys can tell me what you're doing, and I'll do my best to answer.
Right now, I'm typing out a tentative game plan. If you would like assists, there are people that could assist you on the team. I'm just saying in general. I do believe we have 2 Matrixy people and
Even Muse has computer skill, even if she only has 1.
Yep.
So you can also go VR for another +2 dice. And when you do a matrix search, you're supposed to say what level of information you're looking for. If you're just doing a quick 1-minute surface level search for publicly available information, or if you're doing a more in-depth search through, it takes, I think, 30 minutes space.
And that's the 3 threshold. Yeah.
That gives you a threshold of 3. Or you can do the full, like, massive search through everything that you can possibly find, even the like underground websites that are not necessarily open to the public and so on. And that's threshold 6, and it takes 12 hours. Looks like you've loaded up Wrapper, Browser, and Signal Scrub for that, so that should, the browse would cut all those times in half.
Yeah, it would definitely be the full for the one at our target, and then the 3-hit threshold on the other one, just because he doesn't going to find anything else on the base.
Okay.
All right, yeah, just let me know what exactly you're looking for, how many hits you get, and etc. etc.
Yeah.
I am almost back online fully, so.
Woohoo! Online GM.
So you had 7 hits going for, what was it, the threshold 3 search on the target, or the threshold 6 one?
Be threshold 6 the target, so I'd want to be able to find everything we can on the target.
Okay,
and then
so that'll
limited
be
on the other one.
All right, and that's with
right,
with
so
your data
that'll be
processing at
the-
5, you'll need to bump your data processing up for that too.
I wouldn't need
Yeah,
stealth, so I
either-
would have switched.
All right, well, so you only got 5 hits then, right? Since you hit your limit,
I didn't
or...
declare it. I should have, so.
All right, yeah, since this is a high threat run, I will need you guys to, like, kind of declare what exactly you're doing. Since this is just a matrix search, I will say that you probably would have had the sense to switch your array beforehand.
Right.
Yeah. And give me 1 second. I think I'm back online. Well, hold on. I'm almost back in the Roll20 anyways. There we go. Okay, so you got 7 hits on the matrix search for the target and 5 on the army base matrix search, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and let me just see. Okay, perfect. So, with the basically you maxed out the hits on the matrix search, or you beat the threshold that you needed. So, I'll go from least obscure information to most obscure. Public information, you do find a me feed page for him. It's similar to a Facebook page that like maybe an older person will create to connect with relatives and then abandons shortly thereafter. But you do see what he looks like, and there might be some information, like useful information, to be gleaned. He is an older gentleman, probably in his mid 40s. He is human, and you have a picture of him essentially. All right, so you know what he looks like. There are some pictures of him with what you would assume to be relatives or family members. It would appear that he has a daughter. She looks fully grown, an adult. And you do see some pictures of him with what you recognize as golfing equipment. All right, and that is what you find on the, this is the least obscure information, the me feed page. All right.
Yep. Like golf, he has a daughter.
Yep. Now, going more obscure, you do find some news articles, some archived news articles, mentioning that mentions this James Howe's name. He apparently served as an attaché, if it were, to Amazonia during the Amazonia. What's the name? I'm blanking.
Amazor.
Yeah, that one.
Azam War.
Amazon.
Right.
Amazon.
Sorry, I was blanking.
The daughter was involved in the Assam War?
No.
No,
He was. He was basically just there as a liaison, not necessarily actively involved. And then going further in, you do manage to find some security papers written by this man. They're kind of like tucked away, sort of in that dark, dusty corner. And these are all papers that were just kind of dumped, or rather liberated by a group of, I don't know I can't think of the words right now. But essentially you find some papers on national security written by this James Howe. They express his viewpoints on some more technical matters of national security. If you have any relevant knowledge rolls, you could probably roll something and I could give you more details. And then that's about it as far as like what's available just on the Matrix. He doesn't have any sort of like, he doesn't have anything hiding away that he doesn't want to be found, or at least nothing publicly available.
To see like what, like to like West Point or anything like that. Like
Oh, sure,
he's
yeah.
been serving.
Right. You definitely get those details. He did go to West Point. He has been in Seattle for the past 3 years. Before that, he bounced around various military bases in the UCAS, and like I said, did spend some time in in other locations outside of the UCAS. And he's kind of been a steady riser, working his way up. Not spectacularly. He's not been a spectacular career officer, but he sort of, through perseverance and dedication, worked his way up the ranks.
All right, so he's not a desk jockey, but he's a actual someone who's in combat, someone who's going up the ranks, probably not like trading favors, that kind of thing.
No. And on that note, give me 1 minute. I'm going to switch audio. Hello?
Hello.
Perfect. Okay, I am back.
Woohoo! We got info dumped from the Deckers, or from at least one Decker.
All right.
I think the other Decker is busy making sprites or something.
All right, hold on. Let me go through all these things that got written down here while I was standing up.
There's also any info on the base itself.
All right. Mike, do you care if I just say this out loud, or would you rather me whisper it to you?
The thing that I whispered, I would rather you whisper.
Okay. So I will do that. I will do that last because I have to type it out.
Sure.
Okay, Mike. Yes, his liaison job did appear to be something of a cover. That's what your tradecraft instincts are telling you.
All right. Is there anything I can build from that with my 6 successes on tradecraft examining its history during the Azam War, as given to me by the Decker?
Well, it's one of those things where you know that it's probably a false front, but unless you had more information, it would be difficult to construct exactly what he was doing.
All right. And that's what the homology role was about. That is war studies. That is the study of the anthropology and the psychology behind war and wartime activities. You can Google it. I couldn't make it.
No, I believe you. Hold on. I'm going to go in order here, so I'll get to you in a second. Slinger, same thing as Mike. Muse, politics surrounding the Amaz War. Out of character, you guys probably know more than I do about this. With
I definitely
3 hits, with 3 hits, you would know any common knowledge about it, as well as maybe a few.
Would you like some of the common knowledge about the Azam War?
It's fun.
Yes, let's go ahead and do this.
The common knowledge surrounding the Azam War is it was, in theory, a border dispute where Az technology believed Amazonia to be fairly weak and possessing of great natural resources that they coveted. But they made the mistake of attacking a country that's headed by a dragon. Which they quickly found out as their armies, which were superior in numbers and technology, were fought using magic and variants, as well as the occasional drake and dragon making the appearance on the battlefield. It's one of the few times the Surug the Destroyer incident, it kind of led into this. He was a dragon that was theoretically killed by Az technology using rather advanced fighters. Although Surug's body was never recovered, and that's all over the news.
That's interesting. So I'm sure Proper Mike knows all about it, but Muse will make attempts to contribute to the conversation in a way that doesn't make her seem totally retarded.
All right. But yeah, I'll say you basically know everything that Mike just said.
That's all the really common knowledge about the SMR. There's more to it, but that's the common shit. It's also where the Noisquitos first appeared. They were an obnoxious battle tactic used by the Amazonian soldiers against the Azis.
Yep. All right, and Mike, with your polemology role, you know, like I said, it's hard to say exactly what he's doing, but some possibilities might be he was serving as an advisor, perhaps training soldiers on the ground, maybe. He could have perhaps been heading some sort of special forces unit. Those are all options.
All right, so this guy was a fucking spy. Mike will mention that he definitely smells like an operative.
Okay, and let's see, Kraken, who owns the place we met the J? Let me get out my fake name generator. But I will tell you that the name is not particularly important.
And so, what is the price?
Looking that up, it's a dead end.
What is the price for that private information?
Of course. Well, let me answer Kraken first. So yeah, Kraken. Basically it's a dead end. And Mike, we'll say it's 500 new yen per hit that you wish to keep.
All right. Being that is exorbitantly expensive, Mike will tell the team that he does have a source that can get us information on the guy's vices, but it will be it will cost enough to be warranted as a mission expense at 2,500 million.
Well, we've got
Slinger.
coverage from the J, so why not?
Slinger.
Wow.
Slinger just nods at the mission expense. Proper Mike did him right in the Caribbean. He's not going to argue.
Yeah, Kraken has no objections.
I mean, we should have more of a plan than find out what his vice is and lure him out
Well,
before
yes.
we commit to something like that. But yeah, absolutely.
You got to collect info. I think we could try to drum out with the daughter too, but we should check all these avenues.
I do believe that 2,500 for information on what kind of person this guy is useful.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, Mike will let his guy know, and you can share that information with the group.
Real quick, did the J give us a time limit on when we need to get this done by?
2 weeks.
Can we check on vices for the daughter too? Because maybe she has a situation that we can exploit.
Yeah, I'll say that for the price that you're paying, you will get any relevant information. And give me 1 second, I just need to look something up real quick. Let's see, what is the place called? I was just reading this Seattle 2072 book, and I found a place. Can't remember the name though.
It's a great book. I might be able to help you navigate your way since I almost have that book memorized.
Okay, I think I found it. So yeah, your information broker contact, once you send the money over, will send you back a file.
I don't know what contact you're talking about. This was just a guy that I know.
It's all right, just a guy. So this guy that Mike knows, he knows quite a bit. He sends Mike a file, which Mike will choose to share with you probably.
Yep. Since everybody's paying for it, Mike will openly share the whole file. The only reason he does things in private is if he pays for them for his own insider information. He doesn't necessarily share.
Right. Essentially, this is a 500 per hit from a 4 loyalty contact, Mike? You still have to pay for it.
I know, but 500 per hit on 4 loyalty contacts, that's like, Jesus.
You're asking for a lot of information here. So, but essentially you get a dossier with, I will go with the less exciting stuff first. The dossier definitely confirms that this man likes golf. And it has a complete listings of the times and dates when he's been to various golf courses throughout Seattle. He appears to like to go golfing probably once a week, maybe once every other week.
Does he regularly golf with the same people, or does he just golf to go golfing?
You will find some photographs in the dossier of him golfing, and there do appear to be a few faces that pop up quite frequently.
But quite frequently is one thing, but do they always pop up? Like, he doesn't have specific golfing buddies, does he?
I will just simplify it and say that yes, he has golfing buddies, essentially.
Okay. But it's always one from a group of people, not necessarily the same person?
Right. He has like a set of like, it looks like 3 or 4 friends. We'll say 4 friends, and he's always golfing with at least one of them, if not all of them.
Okay.
So you can assume that in his off-duty time, he likes to go golfing, for sure.
All right.
There do appear to be some other photos in there where I'm trying to think. Feel like all right, so there are a few pictures of James Howe at night entering a certain bar. It's the type of photo that someone would take when someone is, let's say, photographing someone who doesn't wish to be seen. The angle is all very wrong, and it's a little blurry and out of focus, but it's definitely James Howe. Although he did appear to disguise himself somewhat. And he is entering a bar called the Drunken Non-Com.
Oh, frag. He is probably a Mustang.
But anyways, there's only one photo like that.
All right. And so we have a picture of him entering the Drunken Mustang and confirm that he likes to go golfing.
I mean, did you have any other specific questions?
Does he have any other sorts of vices or reasons that he leaves the base, like a mistress in Tacoma? Or a Bunraku parlor out in Puyallup he likes to, take some personal leave at?
Right. Well, like I'm saying, the bar that you saw him entering is that type of place.
All right, but we don't have any information on like a regular mistress or anything.
No, you don't.
Do we have, other than that photograph, is there any other evidence showing him going to places like that, such as secondhand commentary or anything? I mean,
All right, Muse, you don't know anything. You know nothing, El Mayo. Yeah, I will say that there is enough information in the dossier to confirm that line of thinking. but essentially what's going on is the dossier is has it has enough information to confirm that this man is going somewhere and doesn't wish to be seen, doing something probably illicit or disreputable. He's also well versed enough in tradecraft to, say, cover his tracks sufficiently to prevent the full picture from being found out, just from a cursory glance.
Would low class apply to the drunken non-com?
What do you mean by low class?
Is it a low class bar?
Is it a low class bar?
Yes, I would say so. And Mike, you've heard of this place. It's popular with the military crowd.
Have I heard of it well enough to know whereabouts it is?
Yeah, you would know where it is. It's a pretty not famous but well-known place.
And 3 hits with a spec in low class bars?
Okay, sure. Same information as Mike, plus you know that it is a Yakuza front.
Do they have a karaoke night at the Drunken Non-Com?
Yes, they do.
That's probably why I've heard of it. Oh, and you said it's Yakuza?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'll say that you get all the information that's in the Seattle 2072 book. Basically, it is a Yakuza front in Fort Lewis. It is known for the fact that the Yaks will take advantage of drunk military personnel to introduce them to hostesses. The men then rack up a bill, which the Yakuza demand to be paid back. And essentially this puts them under the Yakuza's favor. And criminal investigations are not able to shut the place down. And the Mafia doesn't bother with it because obviously it's in Fort Lewis and they don't want the MPs to come down on them.
Do they have a card?
Why?
Oh God, Mike.
Here we go.
All right, Street Rumors will just give you the same information I already gave you.
Right.
Card games. Do they have a card game?
Yeah, do they have a card game in the back room?
I'm sure they would. I mean, it's a bar, and card games will happen in bars. I mean, it follows to assume that they could reasonably have a card game in the back room somewhere.
Okay. I'll stop with the spamming of it for the one place.
Yeah, basically you you know enough about this place that I can't really give you any more information.
I gotcha.
I guess if we know he's going there, we could try to pinch him on the way, but we have to make sure that they don't necessarily expect him. Because if they do, if there is a card game and he's not there, that'll raise attention.
We'd have to have Mike take his place or something like that.
Exactly. Do we get
Can I go
anything
back
on
to
the daughter
dossier?
too?
Yeah, the daughter.
Yeah, there's actually nothing particularly interesting about the daughter.
Does she
The
live?
dossier does have a complete, family tree, relations such as, public
she-
relations, things like that.
Does his daughter live on base?
His daughter does not live on base. She is currently a university student at the University of Seattle. Or Seattle U, whatever it is.
Does she have a my feed as well?
There's multiple universities. Both of those are actual things.
Does he leave the base somewhat regularly to go visit his daughter, like a good father would?
Yeah, there are definitely visits. You would say that the visits occur on the same days as the golfing trips.
Before
And-
or after?
Usually after, as tea time's normally earlier in the day, and if you're going to visit family, you want to be able to spend time without pressure.
Oh my, I need to go. Oh, awesome. You still managed to get all 4 successes on Mike, even with the -6 to the pool.
I took Psyche, so I was only taking minus.
It's a health spell.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me.
No, I went and I counted them back. You lost 1
Okay.
hit, but still gave you 4 hits, so...
Okay. What about Slinger? I was at -3 from sustaining, and then what about Essence?
Essence is under 1.
Okay.
Ooh, one. I think you
It
only
still
get.
rounds up to 1, so I would still have 4 on him as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Of which only 3 matter because Slinger is already augmented there.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
Sorry for the mix-up.
No worries. I'm just like, okay, Slinger feels smarter. What would a smarter Slinger do? Well, no,
it's,
Slinger feels more
knowledge skills,
cunning.
planning, whatever. Yeah, more cunning. Or wise.
Oh wow, all
Or
of
savvy.
Mike's knowledge skills. All of Mike's knowledge skills.
Yep.
All right, so
Do you feel
Yeah,
inspired?
essentially you get all that information. You find out that that James Howe is divorced. His wife is on the other side of the country.
All right, so we got 4 possible places we can hit him at. We get him at the base, the bar / card room, the golfing, and the daughter.
right, and the golfing daughter happened on the same day. I did believe, going over the photos, we've discovered that while he does always tend to golf with some or all of the members of his little golf buddy team, he doesn't necessarily always go with all of them. So they can just think that he went with another one, or, he didn't call them this time, or they weren't available this time.
Right. I definitely think we should prioritize the golf and daughter, because why get involved with a military base or a Yakuza bar if we don't have to? Golf and a trip to the daughter's house sounds like there's a lot less guns involved. All we have to do is spoof a call to the daughter and say he can't make it or he's running late, and we buy time when nobody expects him to be anywhere.
So I got a counterpoint. With the Yakuza bar, he's probably not going to tell anyone where he's going. So if we get him before he gets there, then it would be a lot easier.
Mike, at this
Sorry, I'm
point,
trying to be drunk.
Yeah. Mike at this point is putting a cup of coffee into Muse's hand.
Kraken will counter and say, yeah, but we'd have to pinch him on the base area because the bar's on the base without anybody finding us.
But he's going to be trying to hide too, so he'll help us.
He's going to be taking a car there, getting at the bar, probably. The daughter and the golf are both off base.
Yeah.
I think we infiltrate his golf group, so we've got someone on him all the time. We let him play his round, pinch him as he leaves, call the daughter and say he's feeling sick, and then we've got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I think he may be more intercepted the daughter because the golf buddies are unknown elements. But the daughter is just one element in that equation. While going with the golf angle, we have multiple angles we have to work at.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention in the pictures of him golfing, you do notice that there are always two bodyguards with the group following.
So he has bodyguards at any location he goes to. Is that correct?
Except the bar.
Yes, I forgot to mention that one particular detail. Slipped my mind.
Well,
I
would
figured
he
I'd
have
tell you now.
bodyguards in the room with his daughter? Is the question.
He probably has bodyguards on his daughter at all times.
Most people don't actually, put bodyguards on their daughter. It's usually, a watcher who checks in, every 10, 15 minutes. But we're not grabbing her, are we? I didn't think we were doing this.
All right, so Aaron, I would like to note that during all the conversation and all the
I noticed.
So Mike has now saved a rating 10 false face disguise of the gentleman to his false face.
All right. I will mark that down.
And anybody actually watching Mike will notice his face rearrange itself to look like the guy.
What's the rating on the bar's host?
Okay, quick question. Where exactly are you guys right now?
We are in Tacoma. We're in northeast Tacoma. The section on the map labeled as northeast Tacoma, on the waterfront.
Okay.
Like, basically a little bit to the west of that Learson Shipyards pit.
Okay, got it. All right. So, you're looking for the host of the bar?
Yes.
All right.
I can totally assist you with the whole finding the host part. I can't assist you with getting in, but I can assist you with the finding the host.
Oh, he's not trying to break in yet. He's trying to see what it looks like.
Tuesday can probably help you too. He's got that matrix stuff.
I can try.
It's okay.
Tuesday, you want to chime in?
It's okay. You totally find it without any help. But you can roll if you really need to. So yeah, you find the host. It is a rating 4 host, and Mike, you do not see it.
The host is hidden.
Well, you see the public host, but there is a hidden host.
Interesting. So there's the public host, and then there's another secondary host.
I'm sorry, that was from the agent assist, the extra 1 dice.
Okay. But yes, there is a public host, which looks like the business host for the bar, and then there is a hidden host. They are both rating 4.
What's the hidden host look like?
The hidden host appears to be a highly stylized Japanese temple of some sort. The host for the bar appears to be just like the actual facsimile of the bar, just in matrix form.
Okay, and so I also I got 5 hits. Is that net hits?
You get 3 questions.
All right. So this is where I'm going to ask OOC to spook. What kind of questions should I be asking? Like what's slave to it? What are its stats? Those kind of things.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can find out from a host from outside. Devices that are slave to it is a good one. The rating, the firewall. That's pretty much all I really worry about.
All right. So yeah, I'll ask what devices are slave to it. What's the firewall rating?
Right. Actually, I gave you the rating for free. You shouldn't have done that. But yeah, rating. So they're both rating 4.
That counts 3 questions then. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Get the rating, the host, the firewall rating, and what devices are slave to it.
Right. So rating 4, the firewall on the public host is 6. The Firewall on the hidden host is 7. And devices slave to it. The devices slave to the business host, the public host, are mostly devices related to the actual operations of the bar. So drink machines, the kegs, the taps, things like that. Things that aren't related to security. The hidden host appears to have a number of devices related to security, including cameras,
Yep.
and some alarms. It doesn't appear to be particularly heavily secured. It's not like a zero zone or anything.
I mean, another option, if we want to go into those hosts and get some data, is we could blackmail him into coming to us. Let him make an excuse for not being around for a few hours. And then we pinch him.
Quite so good. I mean, this guy's supposed to be a spook and everything. It's probably not gonna go very well with blackmail.
Depends on how convincing the blackmail is.
I'm just throwing ideas out there.
All right. Well, Kraken will offer. I can try diving in there now. See if there's anything on him.
I would
have
rather
any security
you,
footage.
I would rather you not commence to hacking a host from the safe house.
Of course, not here.
Should we go
You-
drive
you
around that?
Someone drive me around.
You want I should drive you around in circles?
Not quite circles.
Yeah, you know what I mean though.
Yeah.
All right, grab what you need.
He's
We
totally
taking
gonna
both
drive
deckers?
around in circles.
No, Slinger is cunning. He's Slinger is cunning but brutal. Or is that brutal but cunning? Oh wait, I'm thinking of orcs.
Right, I think you should drive them around. I'll stick around here and see what I can dig up using other resources.
I'm going to be useless unless the spell falls off or something, but that's not going to happen. So just go. Go. Leave me here. I'll hang out with proper
Then
money.
is Tuesday coming or not to assist?
I'm with you. I'll come.
So you guys are in the back seats, and Slinger's just trying to find a decent orc rock station.
And Mike will send his fly spies to follow Slinger's vehicle from a couple 100 meters up.
Okay.
Just to keep eyes in the skies in case somebody starts tailing him.
Sure thing. And I will notify you if you need to make any perception rolls, things like that. And just to be clear, it's Slinger driving and then Kraken and Tuesday in the back seat.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, erratic circles, I can accept that.
All right. So unless anything else coming up, Kraken will be dropping into Hot Sim.
Okay.
Same for Tuesday.
And Kraken
Alright.
will appear as a large octopus wearing a suit. He's got the little top hat and 2 swords at his side.
Okay, I will ask you to, let me know what the configuration of your deck is.
Yes, let me reconfigure down below.
Because only one of you can reconfigure. He.
What? You
Wait,
mean Tuesday's
what?
not a decker?
I don't know.
I need to take techno bullshit on Mike.
Tuesday does not particularly hide being a technomancer. No fake deck.
Because that shit's expensive.
Damn right.
Decks aren't that expensive.
They are when you're a new character.
Isaac came out of Keratin and bought a second deck after her third run.
Mm-hmm. This is Tuesday's first.
Just saying.
Yeah. I am thinking that when Sedum starts getting runs, he's going to need to get like 3 more data jacks and go full icy. Because that was totally what he would do.
Never go full icy, sir.
Why not?
Well, apparently it gets you killed or retired.
Oh well. Don't care. Sedum is my attempt to learn the player side of the Matrix rules.
Ooh, speaking of that, I should probably bring up my cheat sheet.
So I think Stealth Browser and Signal Scrub should be good. Unless you have any other suggestions, Muse.
I have, yeah. You're going into a host, so Signal Scrub is unnecessary. When you get spotted, you will have 0 initiative passives before they start attacking you. So, encryption to boost your firewall a little bit would be pretty good replacement.
Or track so you can't be traced.
Sneak, yeah.
Or sneak, yeah. So you can't be traced as easily. And if you get converged on, they can't get your location. Always a good thing.
But since we're driving around in circles, probably don't need to worry as much about being traced. Do make sure you reboot as soon as you are being traced, I guess. As soon as someone
They
has to.
are not circles.
And baby
They are
mom.
very specifically not circles.
Okay, but you know what I mean. See?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Right. Yeah, stuff.
That should be it down there.
Oh, you may want to also load up exploit for the initial hack on the fly, just because that increases your sleeves by another bunch. If you have smoke and mirrors, that
Don't think I'll
can
need to
be-
get past 5, or I don't think I'll get past 8 hits anyways. So I don't think
Yeah,
that'll be
that's
too
true.
useful.
Yeah.
Right, but keep in mind that your sleaze is also your resist to matrix perception. So that's what makes Smoke and Mirror so awesome. Once you get into the host, swapping it out for stealth will increase your sleaze quite a bit, and since you're in a host, you don't have to worry about noise.
Alright, so it would be Stealth and then switch to Smoke
Well-
and Mirrors once inside host.
You have to worry about the noise from Smoke and Mirrors, but you don't have to worry about other noise. So if you have some noise cancellation of your own, you can make it work.
Add a jacket, pending, etc.
Alright, well for now I don't actually have that program, so I'll have to look into it after this run. But
All right,
that
that's
should
fine.
be it right there.
It is
I do have the
really
program
broken, rules as written, so some GMs will rule in various ways to nerf it, just for reference. But as written, it's just 5 points of sleaze for 5 points of noise. If you have noise reduction, well,
Yeah,
it's 5
I am
points
personally
worth.
fine with smoke and mirrors on my table, but at that point, gloves come off with the Matrix.
Yep.
Alright, so I have Stealth, Sneak, Encryption, and then I have a program carrier of Baby Monitor.
All right.
Firewall 6, Data Processing 5, Stealth, Sleaze 8, and Attack 3.
Okay, and are you running silently?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so Kraken will turn to Tuesday in the Matrix, and he says, alright, let's get to this.
Right on.
All right, so you're gonna hack the host.
And I'm going to edge that.
Okay.
Maybe wise.
6 successes.
Okay, you get a mark, and you can also ask a question.
Are there any personas in this host? Like a rigger?
Hold on 1 second. I need to keep track of your Overwatch in secret. Bring it up, Notepad. But to answer your question,
He does have baby monitor running here, just so you know.
I'll basically ask you at the end
right.
of every turn. Or whenever.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a module.
forgot. Well, anyways, yes, you do see a persona. And let's see. And sorry if I'm a little slow. I'm still rusty, getting back in the swing of GMing. Okay, Tuesday, you have a mark on the host.
Ooh.
And so I should go for 2 marks and then enter, or... Alright, well, 1 is enough, so I will enter the host.
Okay. And to be clear, this is the hidden host, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the cameras.
And you probably also want to, and this is out of character advice, you probably generally want to always mention when you enter host that you're doing so silently, unless you're specifically not.
Yes, I already asked him if he was running silently. He said yeah. So.
Right,
I'll
I'm
assume
just
that he's
saying it's general good practice to be like, I'm entering the host running silent.
Alright, so I'm entering the host running silently.
Okay, perfect.
So is Tuesday.
I will
All right,
mention, just as a point of Matrix tactics, if you are just going in to look at the cameras, you can do that from outside using the snoop action. If there's anything you want to do, like change files or edit camera footage or anything like that, then you need to go into the host. Or brick devices or any of that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm going inside to try and pull up footage of when our target is in there.
Okay.
If they have any of it saved.
Sure thing. So you both enter. You step into this magnificent-looking Japanese temple, and on the inside, you see a long stone corridor with bamboo screens lining the walls that tend to shift about. Tuesday, what does your Matrix persona look like, by the way?
A violinist in a tuxedo with no face.
Okay, so the octopus and the violinist are now in this shifting screen. And I will go ahead and have each of you make a quick Matrix stealth roll. Logic plus sweets.
Alright, 7 successes.
I'm going to edge mine. Okay, 3.
Okay. You are both, as far as you know, safe for now.
And they said there's 1 persona inside the host.
Yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, you see the persona. It appears to be, it looks like a ninja That's what the Matrix persona looks like. He's carrying some. He's carrying like a sword strapped across his back, and he appears to be busy staring out a window right now.
Do I get any net hits to get info on him, or?
He's not running silent, so.
Alright, so I can ask 3 questions then, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, what is his device rating?
His device rating is 4.
What programs is he running?
He is running biofeedback, hammer, armor, and guard.
And what is his attack rating? Or no, that's not. Rather, I should ask, what's his firewall?
Okay, hold on. I need to check that. I will get back to you on that in 1 second, but go ahead and ask other things if you want.
And then Muse, so what would I be rolling to look for info inside the host? Just a regular matrix search or something else?
Yeah, matrix search inside. Okay, so there's 2 things. One, if the footage is older, then I think, well, I guess it depends on the host, but it will have gone to the archives, and so only someone who has a mark on the file can pull it out. On the other hand, if it's around in the host still, in the scaffolding, then it's just a quick matrix search, which is the 1 minute variety threshold one. And divide by net hits, and also divide by 2 again because of browse, and that'll be how many combat turns. Each combat turn is 3 seconds. Does that make sense?
Yes. I will DNI to Tuesday that this guy looks like he's rolling some serious hardware. I'll mention that it's better than mine.
Yep, certainly better than mine too. Not that I have hardware, but you get the idea.
I only get to keep 5 successes.
Okay.
So that'll be 4 net hits.
So what'd you say, Muse, about the timing again?
So you have 4 net hits. That'll take 15 seconds, and then browse halves that again. So it'll take 2.5 combat turns.
I don't have browse loaded, unfortunately.
Oh, you don't have
Should've
browse.
done
Okay,
that
then
before
it'll be 5 combat turns.
All right, 5
Okay.
combat turns it is.
All right, so as you begin shifting the screens about, I will need you to make another stealth roll. Sleaze plus logic. If only you were running browse, you wouldn't have had to make that roll.
All right, so while he's working on finding past footage, I am going to snoop for any current communication between Colonel Howe and the bar and the host.
Okay. So first of all, neither of you are spotted. You do see a number of what appear to be small origami cranes kind of skittering about, which you assume are the patrol eyes, but you duck behind the screen as one walks past you. narrowly avoiding it. And then, just as you avoid that one, the ninja by the window turns around, and he might have caught a glimpse of you, but you're not sure. There doesn't appear to be any alarm, however. Okay, and Tuesday, you're snooping. Okay, is that a sleaze action?
It's a data processing action.
All right, data processing.
Or no, wait,
Okay.
no, it's please. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
these.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought. It's been a while since I've done the GM side of the Matrix, but if you fail a sleaze action, I believe they get a mark on you, correct?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, the host now has a mark on you, Tuesday.
And also is
And-
alerted.
Yes, the host is now alerted. As the cranes on the ground now start skittering wildly.
All right, I don't think there's anything that in here that is going to be worth a fight. I'm out.
Okay,
Three fingers of it.
I will let you jack out before we roll Matrix Initiative. Kraken, you are still running silently. There's no mark on you. However, the host is alerted to something.
I wonder what it could be.
It probably would have seen the person get a mark on them and then reboot, though. So
Right. So essentially, I'm just going to play it like the security spider is going to poke around a bit just to make sure.
Mhm.
But they do not spot. They have not spotted you yet, Kraken.
Right? I imagine Kraken has just tentacled its way up onto the ceiling of the temple while the ninja looks below.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, you find the file after all this goes down. In the
That
back of the temple,
contains-
there are a number of calligraphy scrolls, and you can pull them from the shelf if you want.
So I'll have to make sure perception tell if they are data bombed or encrypted, correct?
Yes. Okay,
And
just to
keep
clarify.
5.
Okay, and just to clarify, you were looking for the camera footage.
Looking for any camera footage involving Colonel Howe, or if they have any files on him. Given that you said that they like to blackmail service members.
All right. There's nothing specifically here that will lead you that says Colonel Howe. In fact, all the files are in Japanese. Do you have Japanese language skill?
I have Spanish, but I do not have Japanese. So this is a severe cramp on this plan.
I have Japanese. If you can copy things out and take them back with you.
Well, we do know generally what time he goes here, correct? From the dossier.
You only have the one photo, which is timestamped. It is on a Saturday night, around 2 a.m.
Then I will try and grab camera footage, documentation from that time period, and then leave. That would be. So I did the matrix perception. Are these encrypted or data bombed?
Oh, right. So the camera footage files, I'll just say that those are kind of marked as like camera footage. They are not data bombed, but they are encrypted. And it is encryption rating 5.
All right, and just double check. I don't need to crack it to copy it first, correct?
That's not correct. In order to do any edit file action on it, you do have to crack the encryption, for which you also need a mark on it in the first place. It's the Technomancer's editor complex form that bypasses encryption. But Tuesday doesn't have that one yet.
The other thing to note is that an edit file, to break an encryption, is an attack action, which means if you're successful, the host will be alerted that something was cracked. It will not know where the attack came from, but it will know that something happened.
All right, and then do. So I'm just let's see. I'll deny to Tuesday that I want him to try and run the distraction on the host, if he can. And then for my action, I'm going to switch around my attributes. I'm going to be data processing is going to 5. All right. I mean, so I should be loading up the stuff to check rolling edit, and then.
In order to crack a file, you're going to need, it's going to be rolling 10 dice against you because it's rating 5. So you're going to need a decently high attack rating, and you're going to be rolling hacking plus, let me double check, logic. Yeah, hacking plus logic against the protection rating times 2. So you want it's an attack action, so you want your attack to be higher. I think decrypt is the attack program. You don't have to rearrange it necessarily, though, because you are going to want to go back to sleaze as soon as you finish cracking it, because then the spider is going to start looking for you because he's going to be like, oh no, someone's cracking our files.
All right, and then so I need the mark on it first, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can do that with hack on the fly without setting off an alarm, assuming you
So
get...
I will hack on the fly on the file first.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 successes. And then does the host resist or the file resist?
Well, you're trying to get a mark on the file, which would be protected by the host firewall. So.
Or I thought it was people side. No, it's devices. Never mind.
Right. It's when you're trying to crack it. That's when it rolls the encryption rating. But this would be
In
the
that
file
case, I will
rating.
use Edge on this.
Okay.
So 8 successes.
You get
then I
a
would
mark
like to-
on the file. Before
And
you
I'd
make
like
another
to-
action, go ahead and make another sleaze plus logic roll.
Okay, and also, what is my Overwatch score right now?
Okay, your Overwatch is now at 14.
I will edge that. For 6 successes, and I'm down to 2 edge, I believe.
So, do you want me to log back in, jump into the host, and fuck around?
I want you to distract this security spider.
All right, then.
I will
Okay.
mention that, or I'll say Tuesday, try and come in AR, maybe. He's running biofeedback, so if he hits you, it's going to hurt.
Good to know. Thanks.
All right, and Once again, one of the origami cranes comes by. You duck under a wooden table, and it does not spot you.
I will edge that. And I'm at an edge for the day.
Okay, well, you do get a mark.
I will enter the host.
All right. Also, Tuesday, did you say that you reset before?
Yeah,
Okay, just double checking.
no problem.
And are you running silently?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and give me your Matrix stealth roll.
Sorry, what was it? Sleaze and what?
Sleaze plus logic. All right, nothing has spotted you yet. However, you do see that the ninja and the cranes appear to be quite agitated and are actively searching for something.
All right, so then I will pre-action to switch an attribute and switch my attributes, and these two free actions, switch attributes and load up decrypt instead of sneak. And then I'm going to try a crack file action, which will be the tech action on the file we're going for.
Okay. Okay, you crack the file, and the host is now alerted to your presence.
Which hopefully it thinks is just Tuesday coming back for another shot.
Okay, let's make, just for Kraken, go ahead and make one more Matrix stealth roll before we enter Matrix Initiative. If you make the stealth roll, I'll give you one more action before we roll.
6 successes.
All right.
And does it know which file gets cracked specifically, or does it just know something got cracked or attacked?
It just knows that something...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my understanding is that it just knows that something was just cracked.
Correct. It doesn't know what was cracked. It doesn't know necessarily which file, but it does know that something was done.
All right, because the Yakuza know, and they let him know that would be bad as well. They'll be tipping our hand.
What is the limit? What is your sleaze right now?
Sleaze
Crack.
is 6.
Okay.
So I keep 6 hits.
All right, that was technically a tie,
Tie goes to
but
the defender.
right. So I will say that you're the defender in this case, and
What was
I will give you. What'd you say?
Oh, they were percepting and he was rolling his logic plus sleaze.
Yeah.
That's not
That-
even limited.
Yeah,
It's a defense test. Defense tests are almost never limited, unless
right.
they're including a skill.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And yeah, if you are resisting somebody's matrix perception, you are definitely the defender.
Right.
And it would have been 2 less dice, but that would still be 7 hits. So either way.
Yeah. You're good.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and give you one more one more free action before we have to roll Matrix Initiative, because that's how it works.
Right, so I'll be switching decrypt for I'll be making a edit file action.
I think it's on your end.
And I
I'm
get to keep
hearing
5
fine.
successes on a edit file to copy this footage down.
All right, I'm not even gonna roll. Wait, how many do you keep? 5?
5.
Oh, okay.
So
Actually, that's worth rolling then.
Has to be rolling 11 dice to resist.
Okay, you still manage to copy it. So you have a copy of the file.
And if I can, I will be jacking out.
Yep, I'll let you jack out safely.
And reset my deck. And I will tell Tuesday, just make a little noise, let him see you, and get out of there.
Okay, to find financial records. That would actually be a matrix search.
Sorry, I rolled search. I don't know why I typed perception.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep, my bad.
It's the same test. So,
All right. I forget how the net hits stack up. It's what, base 1 minute?
For searching in a host, it's yeah, and then the net hits reduce the time.
Right. Okay. All right. So Tuesday, you're staying in the host.
Just for another second.
Okay. I will, while you're searching for that, make one more matrix stealth roll. Okay, Tuesday. As you are walking through the bamboo screens, you push one aside, and suddenly you are standing face to face with the ninja. Roll initiative.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. I'm an AR.
Okay, so the ninja will go first. He will try to brute force get a mark on you. So you're going to roll your willpower plus firewall.
If you would like, you can also do a matrix spell defense to add your willpower again. But it will cost you 10 initiative.
I don't think I can afford that right now.
Are you getting into cyber combat in my car? Are you doing that?
Yep, that's happening.
Hey, Kraken asked
Son
me to
of a-
cover him.
God.
He's getting into cyber combat in your car as a technomancer against a guy he knows has biofeedback running. Just to put all the cards on the table there.
Yep.
Oh.
He hasn't told Kraken, he's a technomancer, so he thinks everything's okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to get the dry cleaning bill for the car as an expense.
Yeah,
when
we have an
Tuesday's
expense account, don't worry.
when Tuesday's brain explodes out of his head.
Mhm. Maybe I
Okay,
should have gone with
well.
you after all, but I was drunk.
All right, Tuesday, you were very fortunate, and I rolled very poorly on that roll, and you rolled rather well. So he does not get a mark on you. In fact, he takes damage himself. What is the rule for brute force again?
The net hits
Net hits
that
as
the defender
damage.
gets as
Yeah, it's
damage unresisted.
Ouch. Okay.
It doesn't add its attack to it or anything, though. Common misconception.
Right, right.
It's only
Yeah.
on the offense of a data spike.
Oh, this is just a brute force action.
And it's also the defense, so.
All right, well, like I said, he did not get a mark on you. As he swings at you with his sword, and you duck out of the way. I believe it is your turn.
I think he's got one more. He should be at 16, and I'm at 13.
right, but
Yeah, but you still get your pass.
yeah, you still get your pass. He just gets an extra pass after you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to jack the hell out.
Simple action. You're already in AR, yeah.
Yeah, you jack out.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that would have really hurt if he had hit you, though.
I'm sure it would have. Well, Kraken, they definitely don't like me.
He was running ham and biofeedback. That would have, yeah.
Biofeedback and hammer. So, yeah. He would take stun and physical, I believe.
No. Hammer is it's the one that adds
Hammer
2
and attack
DV.
rating.
Yeah, it
Adds
adds,
2
it
DV.
adds 2 to your attack. Yeah, 2 to the matrix damage. Well, that almost got messy.
Yep.
And Kraken has rebooted his deck and everything, so he's all clean. And he is coming through the camera footage.
And
Alright, Slinger, you can
Tuesday
you can take us
reboots
back
his
now.
persona and praise.
Slinger's gonna head back towards the safe house.
Yeah, if you want to go wireless dark for a while before you come back to the safe house, that'd probably be good.
Yeah, Slinger is going
Makes
to
sense.
look at them and go, "Hey, let's not walk into Mike's safe house. Still wanted."
Kraken will shrug and says, "We're still silent. We're rebooted. Everything's clean."
Yeah, no, you just run silent for a while. Keep an eye out for marks on you. You'll be all right.
All right. Well, Kraken will like, all right. Take us on the scenic route, Slinger.
All right. I feel like this would be a good place to take another 5-minute break. And when we get back, we can talk about the file you found.
All right. I will try and break into my roommate's room again. And I won't go over this time, I swear. All right. When it says 1:30. All right.